Hi, welcome to 2025. It is January 1st, 2025, first day of the new year, and today we are creating a vision board for the year with my personal goals, but instead of doing it on a poster board, we're doing it on posters on this wall area behind me. And first of all, I got a freaking busted ass haircut. Not the best way to start the year. The first step in the process is to write down our goals so that we know which type of posters to either create or look for. First goal is to run our first ultra marathon, specifically the BPN Ultra in May, but that is a lottery, so I do have to enter a lottery that opens up next week on January 9th, and if I get selected, I can run it. But if I don't get selected for that ultra, I still want to do another ultra. I don't know which one yet, but my goal is to run this BPN Ultra. If I don't get selected, I'll figure it out, but it's the first goal. Second goal is a sub 3:30 marathon. So I've actually ran 2 marathons before this. One of them was, I believe, 3:30. That was my senior year of high school. I was actually the pacer for the 3:30 finish group, and that was the El Paso Marathon in 2018, I think. But that was when I was in high school running shape. And then I ran another one in 2019. I did the Baton Memorial Death March in White Sands, New Mexico. That's actually where I met Nick Bare for the first time. I specifically ran that race to meet Nick Bare because I heard that he was going to do that race. Like I signed up for that race with pretty much no training just to meet Nick Bare. But since I started running this year and I am definitely not in high school shape anymore, I want to set the goal to run a sub 3:30 marathon. I don't know when yet, probably later on in the year. Our third goal is to grow on social media. So I recently just started posting on YouTube, and then I've been posting for a little bit on TikTok, but to be honest, I've never been that consistent in posting, but it's always been a goal of mine to grow on social media. So I for sure do have a subscription goal on YouTube. I want to hit at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year on YouTube. As far as TikTok and Instagram, well, TikTok we don't know. So TikTok might go away if it does get banned in a couple weeks from now. And Instagram, of course, is here to stay, but I don't really know what a realistic goal on Instagram is. So those two are tentative. I want to say at least 10K on both of them. But I know that people can grow rather quickly on both of those platforms, so we'll say 10K for now. Our fourth goal is to launch our first product. I say our, but I really mean mine because I'm the only one that works on this. But I've always had the goal to start a clothing brand, specifically a running clothing brand. So ever since I started getting back into running, I've noticed that I don't really like the fashion that's in running brands. Like running brands typically do like the same type of designs. Either they're really basic, boring colors, or they're very like bright, vibrant neon colors, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I wish there's more variability, more of like a streetwear feel to it. So I've had the goal to start that kind of business, and one of my goals this year is to launch our first product. Another goal is to compete in my very first bodybuilding show. Now, I did actually have this goal in mind for earlier in the year. When I initially got the idea to compete in my first bodybuilding show was just a few weeks ago, and I initially set the goal to do that in February of this year, February 8th to be specific. However, when I contacted a coach a few weeks ago, we went over where my physique is and as far as how long I've been dieting, and we just established that maybe February is a little too ambitious to compete in my first show, and I don't want to rush the process and ruin that experience of it being my first show. So we're looking around July, August, September to compete in my first ever bodybuilding show. Of course, it'll be a natural show. One goal that I did forget to mention is to run at least 1,000 miles this year. So when I think about running 1,000 miles, I think about tracking my running. which in my mind, Strava pops up. This is what I was able to come up with based on that Strava poster. That was my inspiration. This is what I was able to come with. Took away all the details I didn't like, kind of want to focus on 1,000 miles, 365. So I've been looking, and I don't think BPN itself has made any graphics for their upcoming Last Man Standing Ultra, but I did find this photo off of the Bear Ranch where it's going to be hosted. So I'm probably just going to screenshot this and use this as a poster. Grow on socials. So this one's going to be kind of hard because I don't want to have a YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok logo on my wall. But I do kind of like the idea of having that 100K subs plaque as a poster. That would kind of be cool to shoot for until we get the real one. Alright, this is what I came up with. I just made a quick little play button plaque based on what I saw here and then from the real thing. I'll be honest, I am all out of ideas and I am losing daylight. I still need to go run, but this is my wall where I'm going to put the posters. I'm thinking the big Sidra poster is going to be the biggest frame, the 24 by 36, and then the 1,000 mile poster somewhere here, and then the other poster somewhere there. I do have a skateboard coming in, maybe put it in the middle there, but I still have all this space to work with, and I don't want to print out posters that I don't like because they're expensive. I also don't want to make it all one color. I think right now a lot of the colors for the posters that I have are a lot of blue in this one, and then of course the YouTube play button is silver. So I don't want to lean towards one or two colors on the wall. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do just yet. I might have to just finish this tomorrow because I do need to go run and I still have to go print out everything anyways. Day 1 of the run streak, but it actually is day 2 since I ran 10 miles yesterday. But I'd rather just start day 1 on January 1st, so that's easier to keep track of. She's going to join me for the first mile since she's just getting back into running.
Wait, bro.
Gang's all here.
What is that?
Baby's first day 1 of running. 13-minute pace loading.
I'm not 13 minutes. It's crazy. It's faster than yours. Wasn't yours 15?
Nah, bro, I ran 10 miles yesterday. I ran 10 miles yesterday, brother. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. Just wrapped up the first mile with my sister. It was her first run in a very, very long time. And she finished her first mile in 9:58, which is a lot better than what I did when I first started running. So kudos to her, but she ain't me. What's up? She ain't me. Now I gotta finish the rest of this run. So as far as the vision board is concerned, I think what's best is that I map out all the posters on Adobe Illustrator to see how I like them and how I want them to look on my wall, because I want different formats and variations as far as size and whether or not they're portrait or landscape. But I need to figure out which ones look best in which way. So before I print them and spend all that money on printing them, I'm going to map them out, and then I'll probably end up printing them tomorrow and hanging them up tomorrow.
day 1 of the Run Straight 10 is day 2. 4:23. I don't know if you can see that. 4:23 at 9:29 pace. Shout out Gatti for messing up my whole numbers only mileage, but overall felt like a good run. Surprisingly not that tired from a 10-mile run yesterday, which is good. It means my body's adjusting to that type of mileage.
Okay, so we're wearing the beanie because my hair is crazy, but we finished up laying out the designs for the wall vision board. Obviously, I didn't have all the posters, but this is how the wall. Oh, hold on. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. This is how the wall is pretty much going to look over there. So we're going to have the big old side jump poster and the two other posters that I made, and then there's a skateboard that my girlfriend is painting that looks something like this with kind of colors on that. It's actually pretty cool. I don't have a finished photo of it. If I do, then I'll add it right here, but pretty much that's how it's going to look for tonight. And then for the rest of the night, I'm going to have to continue looking for posters for the rest of the wall right here. But you're going to have to come back tomorrow to see that because that is not getting done tonight.